Hi there ladies and gentlemen, this is Eastwood for Life fan, and this is a video of my March 2019 DVD, Blu-ray and 4K pickups. Not the biggest month of movie titles that I picked up, as I decided end of March that I was gonna finally pick up a 4K multi-region DVD and Blu-ray player, which I might show off in my April update. But real happy in the movies that I did pick up in March, so we'll get to them. And first two are Chuck Norris movies, as I've been picking up a few of Chuck's movies in the last couple of months. This one is a 2005 movie that went straight to DVD, The Cutter, and straight away I knew this wasn't going to be a great one, but a movie that I didn't know about. I had to watch a trailer of this before deciding to pick this one up. And Chuck Norris plays a cop who decides to track down an aging diamond cutter who gets kidnapped by a Nazi criminal. But it was an okay watch, but just don't expect it to be as good as some of his earlier stuff, like the Missing in Action movies, Code of Silence and Lone Wolf McQuade. And this is a Region 2 DVD release. And the last Chuck Norris movie that I picked up is the UK 101 Films release of Delta Force 2, the sequel. And I remember this back in the day, known as Delta Force 2, The Colombian Connection. And not as good as the original Delta Force. That was one of the most expensive movies from Cannon Films, and that one had Lee Marvin in. But Chuck Norris goes on the trail of a Colombian drug lord in this one, and I do like that little headline: America's Maximum Assault Force is back in action. And this one is directed by Chuck Norris's younger brother, Aaron Norris. And fairly soon I probably will be doing a Chuck Norris collection video. Just need to pick up a few more. The next load of titles were movies that were sent to us by my good buddy from the US, Todd E. Walnuts, in some freebies that he sent to us, and some pre-ordered titles that I had sent to his address only for him to send to us. Did do a video of what he sent us, but won't go into too much detail. And this is a freebie, a DVD of the latest release from Wild East, Volume 62, a Peter Lee Lawrence double feature of two rare spaghetti westerns, A Gun for 100 Graves being the better spaghetti western and one of my favourite Peter Lee Lawrence spaghetti westerns. That one is directed by Umberto Lenzi, very good one. And the other one, Ride for a Massacre, not one of his better ones, but a fine double feature. Just a shame that Wild East are not putting out that many releases in over a year or so. It's kind of gone down to 1 or 2 releases a year. And the other spaghetti western that I got sent in that package is this one that I had pre-ordered, the US Arrow release of Django, the collector's set. Movie directed by Sergio Corbucci and starring Franco Nero. And I did show this one off in great detail in a couple of videos ago. But this one stacks of features, and it comes with a new 4K scan of the original camera negative. Fine release. It's just a shame that a few people missed out on this due to it being pulled due to a issue with rights from Blue Underground. but if you don't mind paying the money, and it's definitely worth adding to the collection, but try not to bow down to stupid prices to pick this one up. Another Franco Nero movie that I got from that package is the Eurocrime movie Street Law, directed by Enzo G. Castellari. And if one is to try out the Eurocrime genre, then this one's a very good movie entry. Highly violent, this one. Franco Nero makes quite a few Eurocrime movies. And this is the Code Red release. And it's number 179 from their catalogue. Street Law. Just hope for some more Eurocrime movies. A couple of horror movies. Was really chuffed in finally getting the Screen Factory Collector's Edition of Creepshow. Original screenplay by Stephen King and directed by George A. Romero. One of my favourite anthology movies, this one, from the early 80s. 5 short stories, and it's loaded with features, starring some great actors in this one. Hal Holbrook, Leslie Nielsen, Tom Savini pops up in this one, as well as Stephen King, and also Adrian Barboa. Fine release by Screen Factory, worthy of the wait. And Todd sent us the latest Halloween movie. This is the 4K Blu-ray and digital edition, the Best Buy collectible steelbook. And I thought this was a pretty good movie in the franchise. I know a few people are kind of split down the middle on this one. Good to see Jamie Lee Curtis back in the franchise. And the pumpkin on the back, the symbol of Halloween. There is the original Scream Queen, Jamie Lee Curtis. And I do have a digital code for the new Halloween movie. If one wants the digital code, it must be a subscriber. First come, first serve. Let us know and I will send it to you guys. There you have it. The first person to comment, and I will send them the code for the new Halloween movie. And the last item from that package is the Best Buy VHS retro packaging series of Stranger Things Season 2. Nice thick VHS set. It comes in Blu-ray and DVD format, region 3 of this popular Netflix TV series. The next two pickups are movies I picked up from my local CEX store. This is Ridley Scott's Body of Lies, starring Leonardo DiCaprio and Russell Crowe. I can't recall if I've actually seen this movie, but I am a fan of Ridley Scott's work. Haven't seen some of his latest few films, but this was a cheap buy. And the last CEX pickup is a Sly Stallone movie, Bullet to the Head, and I didn't really enjoy this the first time I watched this, but this was going very cheap, dirt cheap. Decided to give this one a go and add to my Sly Stallone collection. For me, I thought this was more or less a carbon copy of the movie Assassins. This one, obviously not as good as the movie Assassins with Antonio Banderas. Next three movies are Charles Bronson movies, a couple of upgrades. And this is the Twilight Time release of Chatto's Land, a western where Bronson plays an Apache Indian on the run as he defends himself as he shoots somebody in a bar. And this movie is directed by Michael Winner. And Twilight Time releases are always very expensive. I was almost about to pick up the French media book, which Dan Physical Media for Life picked up, which you can pick that one up for around about the £22 mark, but I won this in a late bid. Chatto's Land, and this is an upgrade, so I got rid of my DVD, limited to 3,000 copies. This is the small little booklet. Not one of Bronson's best westerns, but enjoyable. It doesn't really say a lot in this movie. Bronson being the silent and violent actor. But really happy that I picked this up for a real good price. There's the original poster of Chatto's Land. Next one is a French media book, and it's a double dip for me, and this is The Mechanic. I do have the Twilight Time release of The Mechanic. Definitely one of Bronson's best movies, definitely a top 10 movie that he made in the early 70s with Michael Winner. And I actually recommended this edition to Dan, Physical Media for Life, because I do have the 88-page French media book release of Mr. Majestic, and when Dan showed me a WhatsApp video of this, then I kind of confirmed it for me that I definitely was going to pick this one up, as it was on my wish list, and I will be doing an unboxing of this fine French media book release. And one thing I have noticed that the French media books are a lot more cheaper than the German media books, so it might be worth checking out on Amazon France. The last Charles Bronson movie I picked up is the collector's edition from Scream Factory of 10 to Midnight, a 80s cop slasher movie. I did have the Twilight Time release, but got rid of that because this one is a better transfer with some extra added features. Not completely happy with this artwork cover. I mean, Scream Factory normally 9 times out of 10 they always deliver with their great artwork, but not really a fan of this one. And that's the original cover that I remember from back in the 80s. A cop, a killer, a deadline. Leo Kessler, the detective, tries to stop a serial killer from killing young women. On to some 4K pickups, and all of these I picked up in HMV in the 2 for 30. Picked up the original Expendables movie, the uncut version, and in my opinion, out of the 3 Expendable movies, this one's my favourite. Great action in this one. Just a shame that Bruce Willis and Schwarzenegger wasn't in this movie long enough. This one comes with the slipcover. And also I picked up Expendables 2. And out of the 3 movies, I actually preferred the action. The best action was in the second movie. Good to see Chuck Norris pop up in this one. And I thought Van Damme played a very good villain in this one. I didn't think he would really play it so well, and he looked like he had a lot of fun in playing the villain in Expendables 2. I do need to pick up the 3rd movie in the series. Last 2 titles, and this one is The Equalizer, Denzel Washington, not the TV series from back in the day, starring British actor Edward Woodward. And I've got to say, I really enjoyed this movie. I was kind of worried when they decided that they were going to use the TV series as an idea, but this one was different, but really enjoyable. And it's good to see Denzel Washington back on form in this movie. And I love some of the finale soundtrack towards the end of the movie. But yeah, really enjoyable Denzel Washington movie. The last 4K pickup is The Equalizer 2, which I've yet to watch. And I'm hearing it's not as good as the original, the first movie. But I have been on a bit of a Denzel Washington movie watch of late. So that is all my pickups for the month of March 2019. Many thanks to the new subscribers to the channel. Be good to hear from you guys. So guys, till the next video, stay healthy and well, and as always, movie fans, keep on collecting.